You're off. Today is day 242 of the year of streaming and learning to code. Can you believe it? It's been like 10, 11, 12 days of those late night streams struggling at Code Wars. Dear God, we have broken free from that cycle. Finally, we have returned to freeCodeCamp. And what are we doing? I don't even know. Ah, right. What we need to do is cross the T's and dot the I's. Cross the I's and dot the T's. Whatever gets the job done, we need to go to our intermediate projects, build a random quote generator. We have actually already completed this. I realized we never submitted the link to consider it finito, right? Finished? Dunsies? Whatever you want to call it. So this was what we ended up with for our final thing previously. And quote stuff. Next quote. Quotes and quotes and quotes on quotes. Yeah, look at that. Good times. Cool. So, successful quoting. Let's copy this link. We can clear this. You get a check, and you get a check, and you get a check. Everyone gets a check. Okay, I've completed this challenge. Isn't there a window? That's where it is. A window to provide the link. Submit and go forth. Off the charts. Way cool. So now we get to do the Show the Local Weather app, which is the second of 4 projects. So build a Wikipedia viewer and use the Twitch TV JSON API. That should actually be fun. Hopefully that'll be enlightening. But in the meantime, we get to figure out what our local weather is and how to show it. So that's kind of cool. Let's look at the video briefly. Minute and 59 seconds. Sound on my side. Yeah, weather stuff. Look at that. Look at that. Alameda, California. Sky is clear. Wind direction and speed. Does he have other stuff? Thumbing through, thumbnails, no. Yeah, back to Code Wars, just some stuff, more code things. More code things. Back to weather. Fascinating. Yeah, weather stuff. Little icons. Okay, cool. So that's all we're gonna look at for that. So where are we leaving off? Let's go to 1. So from the top, show local weather. Objective: build a CodePen IO app that is functionally similar to this guy. All right. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. Huzzah. Copy this guy. No. Copy this link. That's what we want. And we're loading. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Let's go ahead and close that. It's still double checking. we needed to accept the, hopefully, there we go, the location request. That way it loads. Still not exactly accurate. I think this is pulling the location of our ISP. I mean, it's not too, we could drive over here, or a decent bike ride, or a questionable walk, really. I don't think I would want to make the trek from where I'm at all the way over there, but, yeah, you know, a drive, that would solve our problems. I don't believe Laguna Niguel is using Celsius, though. In all the years that I've been in this area, not a whole lot of Celsius, mostly Fahrenheit. But that's cool. You know what? Oh, look at that. Is it really 88 degrees in our general area? What does it say for me specifically? 91 where I'm at, technically. Lucky them, 88. No wonder why it feels like hell, though. 91 degrees. Yeah. Clouds. And this. I'm liking this newer one. Not as, let's find a good photo. Or still in the video. Yeah, look at that. I definitely think ours, theirs, their newer one is, you know what? That's cool. FreeCodeCamp, but the O is the cloud icon, the rain cloud. That's fun. Good touch. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back into action. Was there anything else we needed to click on, do? Sound effects? Nope, nothing. Awesome. So, build a CodePen, functionally similar to this guy. Rule 1. Don't look at the example project's code. Figure it out for yourself. Yes, after, like, at least an hour of crying, we won't look the code. Well, we'll figure it out. Guidelines. Rule 2. Fulfill the below user stories. Whichever libraries or APIs you need, give it your own personal style. User stories. I can see the weather in my current location. Okay. So we need to see the weather in our current location, and I can see a different icon or background image, snowy mountain, hot desert, depending on the weather. Okay. And then user story, I can push a button to toggle between Fahrenheit and Celsius. Note, many internet browsers now require an HTTP secure HTTPS connection to obtain a user's locale via HTML5 geolocation. For this reason, we recommend using HTML5 geolocation to get user location and then use the freeCodeCamp weather API, HTTPS freeCodeCamp weather API .glitchme, which uses an HTTP secure connection for the weather. Also be sure to connect to CodePen.io via HTTPS. Is that what? Yeah, we've got that. We are on the S side of things. Let's go back to our dashboard or profile. Probably our dashboard. Not our dashboard. Profile. There we go. Profile. That way we can start a new one. So, freeCodeCamp weather app. Maybe that bit's pulling in info. And probably the data, but we need to prep and set and identify and figure out how to piece all these bits together. Remember to use read, search, ask if you get stuck. When you are finished, click the I've completed this, include a link to your CodePen. 10, you can get feedback on your project by sharing it with the world. Good. I don't think there's a whole lot more to this, aside from simply diving in and setting it up for ourselves. Let's go to Create, New Pen, and we are off. Topher. Hey, I'm in lunch break. and I have to be getting back to work. Just want to drop by and say hello. Way cool. Thank you. Hopefully your lunch is awesome, and good luck with the rest of your work day. We are in the midst. We finally had time during the day to do a stream. The last week and a half, we've been trapped streaming at midnight. Kata's from Code Wars, but now we get to do our weather project from freeCodeCamp. So what exactly am I looking for? The first bit, see the weather in my current location. All right, we'll need to figure out how to bring in some weather API, which we will be using Code Academy's homebrewed weather API. We need a different image. So what would control that? That would be, we'd have different CSS icons. I feel like it's a JavaScript tied to HTML referencing CSS. The JavaScript would change the icon if it's showing like an if-else statement, you know, snowy mountain, hot desert, whatever it is, however many icons they have, blankety blankety blank, if this weather condition, show this icon. If this temperature, show this icon, blah and blah and blah. So I'm sure that part's the JavaScript and CSS tied together to the HTML. And then the user story, I can push a button to toggle between Fahrenheit and Celsius. You know, we should have left open our stupid random code generator for our next button. We were toggling between crap. You know what? We weren't toggling between crap. That was bootstrap buttons with the BTN case. So where is, we need to go to freeCodeCamp's weather API. Let's see what their weather API glitch is. I wonder how we implement this beast. freeCodeCamp weather API pass-through. Topher, I had some trouble with this one. The HTML5 weather API seems janky and inconsistent. Damn, that's okay. We're gonna do our best. It also seems to be rare limited. God, I wish I knew what that meant. The provided APIs to get weather information also have some HTTPS issues. The odds are against us. However, you know what? The odds have seemed, at least it's felt like the odds have been against us for the last 242 days. Topher Yates, good luck to you, man, though. I hope you don't run into issues like it. Rate limited. Right, not rare. My bad. I should have known. That makes far more sense. Well, good times. Thank you again for the guidance, words of wisdom, and cautionary tips so we don't fall on our face as much as we normally do. From the top, usage. Use the endpoint, HTTPS, FCC weather, blah, 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 blah. Use this endpoint to get the weather at a location. To prevent abuses, this server accepts GET requests only and serves only the route API current, longitude, latitude. Images, links are included in the JSON under weather 0 icon. This is enough to complete the challenge. Wow, this little bit, those couple little bits of nonsense is the core of what we're going to need. Example, request HTTPS, FCC, blah, 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 current lat, blankety blank, and longitude, blankety blank. Cool. Let's open that up. We'll figure out, we'll dig through that. I'm sure there's lots of interesting things. In fact, I'm sure that is the source for what is currently displaying here. Response, coordinate, coordinates 159 lat weather ID 500 main rain description light rain, so we can choose what we want to have displayed. Cool. All right. Base station main temp pressure humidity temp minimum temp max. Damn, we could show all kinds of data. Ground level, wind speed, rain, 3 hours clouds, all says sunrise and sunset. All right, so lots of good info. Topher. Oh, they did not have the API pass through when I did this. Nice. At least they recognized the issues. Okay, well that's cool. So that feels like it should be comforting and that I shouldn't be as afraid to continue on with this. Forging ahead. So, we've got essentially, now that we've got all of the API stuff, somehow we put the link in. We're going to end up shoving the link in here. We just reference the proper CSS, I think. God, I hope so. Maybe we don't even need to do that. Yeah, no. We still need the CSS part, and then the HTML stuff. Let's take our guess and piece this together. Where do I want to start? HTML, CSS, or JavaScript? Ooh, setup. We forgot this part last time. We need to adjust them properly. Not that. CSS, we need Bootstrap, because that's what we've used before for all of their previous activities, because they use Bootstrap in their main example. So if/when, even though we're not supposed to look at their code, it is rather helpful being able to see what tools they're using. JavaScript. No. We're looking for jQuery. I don't know if we'll need jQuery, but that's what I used last time, so it just monkey see, monkey do. I'm a creature of habit. Behavior, screenshots, CSS. We're set. We're all good. Let's go ahead and save. Yeah, we're going to be fine. So there's that. Settings have been saved. Let's also do... Let's move this to... How do we change our view? Edit layout. We want everything on the side. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And we'll even give it a name. Weather stuff. Nice. And save. And onwards. So, if I was a piece of code, I would want to somehow reference a link and pull from that data somehow. I think freeCodeCamp had a couple things similar to this. Was it in here? Triggering click events, changing text. Weird. One of these had like setting up API stuff. Maybe it was get geolocation data. I totally thought there was an API activity. And I really wanted to reference that. Damn. Okay, well, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We can guess. Trigger events, click events, get JSON with the jQuery method, JSON data to HTML. You know what? I think it's these couple. Render images from data sources. I still think this is what we want. So let's open these for now. Open a new tab. Open in new tab and open in new tab. We can hopefully piece together this nightmare from past activities. Now, get JSON with the jQuery method. You can also request data from an external source. This is where APIs come into play. Remember that APIs, application programming interfaces, are tools that computers use to communicate with one another. Most web APIs transfer data from a format called JSON. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. You've already been using JSON whenever you create JavaScript objects. JSON is nothing more than an object property, and their current value sandwiched between curly braces. These properties and their values often refer to as key value pairs. Let's get the JSON from freeCodeCamp's cat photo API. Death. Here's the code that you can put in your click event to do this. Do I want it to be in the click event as a whole? No. We want... See, this is in the HTML section, so to speak. And here's the script. So I think we'll need to do something very similar to this. $document.ready. That makes sense, because we'd only want it to run this after the rest of the site technically is finished loading or building, compiling. So we'll have a script section in our HTML at the top. That seems like a good starting point for this. Script. Okay. Step 1. Down. Onwards. Step 2. Only 8,000 more steps to go. Don't lose heart. $document.ready. We can, you know what, no, I want a copy. Probably should, but I'm not going to. We're gonna type it out. Weather stuff. $doc.ready. Something. $document ready. Function. Yeah. Function. Followed by curly stuff with a semicolon. Oh. And then from here, I think we can do the $get JSON blah blah blah, and it can be the stuff that's well, the stuff from somewhere. Also, I wanted to look at this. We have coordinates, one blah blah, clouds, icons, glitch, base station main, pressure, visibility. Is that all the same data and info that was in this? I guess it is. 159.35, 14.99. 139, 35. Well, I don't see the 1499, but anywho, that's fine. Let's close that bit. Let's take this, and what else don't we need open? Probably don't need that open, but we'll leave it. So, document.ready. $get message on click. Here's the code that you can put into your click event to do this. $get JSON, JSON cats.json, function JSON, message, HTML JSON, stringify JSON. Okay. So first I'll need to set up the actual thing. Document ready on a click event. Pull this info. I don't know if I need... I guess I could set up the click event now because there will technically be the click event, like all the data with the weather API for the location comes all the data. You know, whether it's humidity or temp or wind speed, and the temperature, I'm pretty sure is, I would put money on that Celsius by default. So if I was pulling in all the weather info after it's ready, I could have the click event, and then I could further specify what I need from the object. Like the toggle for Celsius. You know, like I'm going to be pulling in all this data anyways. The only thing that's changing for the click is the Fahrenheit and Celsius. So what would I do? Request this. How do I request it? API current, weather icon 0. Super death, D. What would I do in the situation? So confused, don't know what to do. Here comes Spider-Man. Container get message. Yeah, that's awful. That's awful. People love that. What am I looking for? Get message on click. Get all that for each render data. So how do I implement this? Once you've added this, click the guest message button. Your Ajax function will replace the message will go here text with the raw JSON output from freeCodeCamp's cat photo API. Okay, so monkey see, monkey do. Just that's what they want, and we will do that. So I want to pull weather something. Fuck this noise. Get message on click. I don't think I want message on click. What I want is something else. Instead of get message, it would be like coordinates or weather. Yeah, that makes more sense. Or wind or temp. So get temp on a click function. And then from there, we can reference the get JSON. And I think this is the link. God, I hope so. Go for it. There's only one way to find out. Let's see if this building burns. Dollar. Tread lightly, Stephen. Tread lightly. I wonder if it's ID or class. Probably ID. Right? Or I'm forgetting what's what, class or ID, the hash or period, but either way, we're gonna try temp first dot temp first in quotes on click function. Temp first on function in quotes click. Okay. I actually don't think we need to bury it in the click event. Oh my god. But let's see what happens when we do have it buried in there. Function JSON. Message HTML JSON stringify JSON. This is awful. I'm confused. This is hell. Yeah, let's do that. And what else can we do? Probably another curly brace with a semicolon. What would I need, though, from the new one? You know what? Screw it. Just copy this. Weather stuff. But that's not what we're going to be using. We are trying to implement this. Use the endpoint. HTTP FCC glitch me. Use this endpoint to get the weather location. To prevent abuses, this server accepts GET requests only and serves only the API current longitude, latitude. Image links are included in JSON under weather 0 icon. This is enough to complete the challenge. So where do I put this? And where do I put that? Their link together is FCC weather glitch me / so it's this whole thing right up to here, and then they follow it with API current blah 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 blah. So maybe we should do that. Copy and on click and maybe. Guys, that seems awful. HTML, how do I I need the get request. You know what I should be looking at? I should be looking at the CodePen. My last one, the Twitter nightmare. Where's my dashboard? Profile. Quote generator. Okay, so that was the reference link for the style sheet. ID stuff, quote box nonsense, and quotes here. Next quote. Aha. $. So tweet quote on click function, window open. Blankety blankety blank. Quotes and index. So instead of window open, what can I do? What do I have available? What means do I have to make this do something? I feel like get is what's needed. Get blankety blankety blank. I'm just so confused, damn it. Why? Super death. Super death. Let blank 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 blank. No. Blank 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 blank. Copy. This is gonna be the worst Frankenstein on the street. So that's a click event. This is also a click event. This one opens a separate window, which technically we don't want. But what would I do beforehand? It seemed, in my mind, the way I read it, only because they have get capitalized on its own, I want to do this. Get, but I feel like that makes me a crazy person. And then I want to get rid of this link and use this guy. Copy. Paste. And either all one or concatenate on the other side the other part of the string. I think I could just do it all as one. However, I still don't think it's correct, right, or any of those positive things. But this is all that I can come up with for now. And we can get rid of the encode stuff. See, here they've got quotes and index. And in the other one, the other click event, here, they've got the .html, blah, 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 JSON, stringify, and then they reference JSON again for the function. So, same thing. I feel like I should have JSON and JSON. And it should be, I would think something about temp, either hash or period, but temp. We'll try hash for starters. So yeah, not pretty. Not pretty at all. But that's what we've got going on as our guess for now. So IDs are hashes. So an ID is a hash, classes are periods. God, why? Why? You know, we don't need this one. We don't need that one. So what's the next bit? This was close, able to pull in. When we click on the button, it brings in the raw data. Okay. All right. It brings in the raw data. So let's try on ours. Where and what do we want it to do? So ID will be temp. That's everything here, but we need to set up a click for something. What did I have for my last click event? It was on the tweet quote, and the next quote on click, function was left empty. Function was left empty. Math floor random quote length, quote text quotes, blah, 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 blah. This is awful. We are extremely close to looking at their code. Container. Something that rhymes with container. Quotes. Next quote. Let's just do... I'm going to steal all of this again. Copy. Tab. Alright, so in the meantime, container is fine. We don't want it quote, we'll call it weather. And we will call this city. Coordinates. Weather, light rain, base station main, pressure, humidity. I guess coordinates. record. And what else would we do? Something about something. Temp? All of this is wrong. So wrong. Yeah, everything's awful. Oh, this is the face of doom. You're staring it directly in its eyes. So, here was our questionable thing. Let's get some stuff and such. Let's reference our code from last time. See what we can manipulate this time around. So instead of calling it quote 1 and stuff, we still have container. But instead of quote, we have weather. And instead of quote and H1, we have Command Z, weather, and still H1 because of the div stuff. So now what? Div weather quote coordinate. Let's see if we can adjust the button properly. Maybe we can at least do that. Fahrenheit for F for Fahrenheit, C for Celsius. Temp. Button stuff. What am I looking for? Now, for the weather app, I don't even know how to wrap my mind around this. This is just because I don't know. It's been like 25 guesses, and I don't know. I'm in such deep uncertainty, uncertain territory. I don't know. I've lost all sense of direction because of the guessing. Tiny Cat, what would you do? Yeah, kicking my phone off the desk is one way to go about it. Okay. Let's try, look at you, covered in fur. Yeah, go think about that. Go think about being a cat on the bed. Or rub your face on my fingers. Whatever works. We're not picky. No. Just, okay, look, if you want love, I can acknowledge your existence. Just be a cat somewhere else other than the keyboard during the stream. Oh my god, forehead scratches. Oh, best day ever. Look at you. Look at you. You don't even know what day it is. Do you know what the weather is? You have no idea what the weather is. But that's why we're building the app. So you, cat, can know where the escape key is on the keyboard and how to avoid it. Good. Holy hell. Cat, what did you type? Command Z. Oh, you got rid of H1. That's what you did. Something about weather. Not quotes and stuff. We now want We want it to give us, yeah, the location. I'm 83% sure that if we had the proper API like reference, that when we reference something like coordinate, it would pull in the right info. Could be a long shot. Hey, converting JSON data to HTML. This is the next bit. Variable HTML equals what? Okay, we were going to do the buttons, but at least we can kind of wrap our heads around this. So the next bit, now that we're getting data from a JSON API, let's display it on. Let's display it in our HTML. We can use the .for each method to loop through our data and modify our HTML elements. First, let's declare an HTML variable with variable HTML. Challenge accepted. Then loop through our JSON, adding more HTML to that variable. When the loop is finished, we'll render it. Here's the code that does this. JSON.forEach, function value, variable keys, object value, HTML plus, div class, not cat, div class weather. Yeah, div class something. Keys.forEach key, HTML strong key, concatenate value key, break. I am going to take this and we are going to... Is that still in the script area? It is still indeed in the script area. It's actually within... Look at that. They just have get JSON and the link and function is JSON. Still on the click event. Still on the click event. Weather stuff. Let's do something about this. What would I do to fix this? We have temp on click. I don't know what this noise is. That can't be helping anybody at all. I don't think that's of use. Not in the least bit. This, though, temp on click function, I think it should be the get JSON. Kind of a nice, general, straightforward fetch command. At least that's how I see it. And then inside that beast would be our variable stuff. So inside this, variable HTML equals double quotes, semicolon, what else am I looking for? So that is, I think it was $get JSON. I know they had get as capitalized, but I want to try lowercase JSON $get. Blah. Value JSON emptiness. We'll empty it. We'll empty ours. Bad times. Bad times. So, what else do we need? We want something or other. We're having nose issues. Oh, dear God. Save yourselves. Run. Pretty sure it's contagious. Super death. Not quote and stuff, but weather and such. How do we reference weather and such? Coordinates. Weather stuff. Hopefully, we can find a way to get the city to show up in there. Button. Fahrenheit / Celsius. Although I guess it's nicer to do Celsius / Fahrenheit. D dum 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 dum. We don't need the second button class. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Oh, see, it's starting to come together. Well, what happens? Play nice, play nice. Don't blow up, don't blow up. Hey, well, I mean, the button's kind of pretty, and at least it's not super ugly. I mean, not super ugly, but it's legible, which is important. What's the last bit? Render images from data sources. We've seen from the last two lessons that each object in our JSON array contains an image link key with a value that is the URL of a cat's image. When we're looping through these objects, let's use this image link property to display this image in an image element. Here's the code that does this. HTML plus equals image source, quote stuff, concatenates val.image link, more concatenation, alternate text concatenates with value.alt text, and closing bits. Variable. JSON.forEach, function value, HTML div class weather. Div class. So yeah, we need to change cat to weather. Or a coordinate. I'm really not sure. weather. Holy something changed. And lastly, next quote to weather. Okay, alright, just a crazy person. Don't mind me. I wonder what we're missing. Probably a lot. Oh dear God, see. Weather. No. Why? Why? I tried. So, more importantly, what is the next phase? We were just looking at it. This only changes code below the line. HTML, image source, image link, alt nonsense, blah, 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 and blah. Copy. Get message. Yeah, some of that. Close. I don't even know where to put this. It's back in the script and it's under the HTML stuff. Ta-da. Beepity-dee-dee-dee. Something needs to change. Super death. We're gonna need to do it. This is just, it's too damn painful. We tried to set up the jQuery with the getJSON. We tried to convert the data. That was a colossal failure. We also tried to render the images from the data source, also a colossal failure. I know we need to change something, but I don't know what to change. And that's fine. That's fine. Falling on our face is part of the process. Endpoint stuff. Yeah, just a bunch of noise. There's icons and stuff. Weather 0 JSON under... Nope. Maybe... Weather... Val... Image link? Image link. Dot image link. Maybe, dot... Maybe dot weather icon 0 dot icon? Doesn't that seem a little redundant and awful? It seems redundant and awful to me. Let's close the quote generator, because everything hurts. Let's also close out of these 3, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna look at the fork. And to also get a better view of their stuff, we're gonna change it back to here. So, what did they do differently? Aside from everything. So, div class, container, row, blah, 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 a lot of spacing and nonsense. Text class. Country, temp, text center all, blankety blank. A lot of just visual balancing to its structure. Sunny, hide, clear. Hide, rain. Let's do CSS body, header, status, temp, hover. Nothing special. Cloud. Absolute, position, box shadow. That sounds terrible. Cloud after, cloud nth child. Cloud nth child after. What the hell is going on? Sun. Raise. Raise before, raise after, raise before, cloud plus sun, rain, lightning, snow. This is not ever going to happen this way. Bolt. We're going to have like weather, smiley face, not smiley face, and the heat. Anything above 80 will be sad. Anything below 80 will be happy. That's what we're going to do. Or just like right at 70 degrees, smiley face at 70 degrees, and then sad face for 71 and up, and sad face for 69 and down. Just 1 degree of happiness right there at 70, maybe slightly above 73. What am I looking for? I am now looking for the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Their JavaScript. What did they have? Variable API. Really? That's all you have to do? Is you just bring it in like that? Weather glitch, current, latitude and longitude, temperature unit. Ew, hey, no, cat, here, stop ruining life. Undo. Temp C. Variable current temp in Celsius. Okay, fine. Look at all that noise. Although now, due to the time, we've taken so long. Usually, we look at the code before this. That way, this doesn't happen. Just the pain. 3 hours of... Not 3 hours. How long is it? It's only been like an hour, right? Hour and a half. An hour. Hour and 7 minutes. Worse things have happened. Last night was 2 hours of frustration, but... we're gonna need to stop soon. So what do we have going on? JavaScript. They've got their API like so. They've got their variables latitude and longitude. Temperature unit for Celsius is C. Current temperature in Celsius. Document ready. At least we got that. If navigator.geolocation, get current function position is lat plus, so it's concatenating, lat equals position.coordinates latitude, longitude equals position coordinates latitude. I never would have got that, ever. Get weather, lat and longitude, else console log geolocation is not supported for this browser. Temp unit, temp unit on click function. Current temp unit, whatever the temp unit is in text. Temp unit, new temp unit will equal current temp is Celsius if Fahrenheit, and else it'll be Celsius. I think that has to do with the toggle, whether it's a C or an F present on the button. This could be the mathematical one, but like actually doing the map to determine whether it calculates in Celsius or Fahrenheit, but I think that's coming later. Temp unit, text, temp unit, new unit, if it equals F, so it's based on the button and what's present. If it equals F, do the Fahrenheit math.round, parse int, $temp, text and stuff, the 9 divided by 5 plus 32, followed by temp.text, Fahrenheit temp. So that's to spit out and print what we're looking at here, 91, versus from character code 176. Else, temp text current temp Celsius plus equals string from character code 176. There's going to be a lot of doctoring later on, and there's no way how we're going to finish this noise out today. There's not in the time we have left. So let's at least come to terms with what we're up against. So function get weather latitude longitude URL string API Latin lon. So they're using Ajax. Results city URL string success city text result dot name result dot country color temp math result dot main temp times 10. So freeCodeCamp weather app class sun rain cloud stuff. That's the icons. Where is the text? Where is that coming into play? City and country. That's where that's coming into play. So city ID, country ID. Here, they've got city somewhere. City, country, no idea. I was hopeful we would have seen some class somewhere, or an ID, or anything at all. What am I looking at now? Dear God. We have fallen so far down the rabbit hole. It's just awful. Why is it all classes? Where are the IDs? There's a lack of IDs in this world. No, not the timer's going off. Bad timer. That sucks. We're left with the task at hand. Continuing on tomorrow, at least we have a general idea of what we're up against. Function get weather, latitude, longitude, something. City.text, country.text. Function icon. Oh, they're using a switch statement. Cases, drizzle, cloud, rain, snow. Description. Oh, they're basing it off the description. Interesting. Default div clouds, remove class, and hide. So for this, coordinate description, light rain, like so, would have rain. If it contains rain, put out the icon. All right. Fair enough. What else do we have? Function, add icon, div, remove class. Well, in the meantime, this is as far as we're going to make it for now, because everything hurts, and we're super confused, and we didn't know what to do with the JavaScript unless this one variable makes everything better. Tying that together. No. Run. Maybe. Nothing. Okay. we're going to leave it at that for now, just because we have run out of time. I want to say it was a valiant effort. It wasn't a valiant effort. Everything hurts, and this just made me sad. But at least we got day 242 done and out of the way. Not a lot of progress made, but we were here. We were here. Little cat, will you stop licking and or cleaning yourself for like 4 minutes? That way we can close out the stream in peace. Let's close this, close that. Local weather. Close that for now. Weather and stuff. It was brutal. Just brutal. We can back out to OBS. Thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by to view the stream. Today we had Topher Gates. Anyone else who may have stumbled in here by accident to view the stream, any and all views are greatly, greatly appreciated. In the meantime, day 242 comes to an end. The adventure continues tomorrow with day 243 on the horizon. In the meantime, stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it!